welcome into another edition of the Right Side of Campus. It is Thursday, October 10th, 2019. Hope you're having a great day, beautiful day here. Hope it's going well for you. Also, we got a lot to talk about today. Got some NFL, college football. We got baseball in full swing. The playoffs are here and hanging. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get to it. Donnie Rightside, how's it going?
Doing good, Jeff. They put the baseball game on too late last night. I wasn't able to see the fireworks and extra innings. I was fast asleep.
Yeah, we'll get to all of those. We'll get to the early game. We'll get to the game started at 8 o'clock. What the hell are you talking about?
It's over way too late, man. Come on.
Odd. I didn't go to bed till 4 o'clock last night. Beautiful. I wake up at 9:30. Everybody's spry, ready to go. Awesome. All right, let's get into the show. Before we get to it, though, I got to bring something up.
Go.
This isn't part of the rundown. This isn't a part of anything I've talked about. And I actually questioned whether I was even going to talk about this because why should I? But it was so funny I had to. Now, Donnie, I got a DM this morning from a guy I've never talked to before. Mm-hmm. He looks like he has an account for a while now. You know, I guess he's some kind of, Twitter, he likes getting pics and things like that. I got an email, and he mentions Vegas Dave, okay? I guess the rumor right now going around, and this is hilarious to me because it really defies everything I do because I love doing this. I'm passionate about all this, and I love it. The rumor going around right now, Donnie, is that I pay for all of Vegas Dave's picks and that all the picks that I give out are actually his. And why would a guy like me pay for his picks because I can't do it myself? Even though I do all this content, all these shows, all this stuff.
Well, I mean, you do watch his content and then just repeat what he says. Isn't that true?
Yep. Again, definitely. Yeah. He talks about English lower league soccer and, small college hoops. And, it's all just memorized stuff that I take from him and just regurgitate.
It's a pretty good rumor, though. I do like that one. I wonder who fed him that information.
I mean, there's been wild rumors over the years, Donnie. I'm part of a terrorist organization.
True. Yeah.
I'm on the no-fly list. I'm part of this. I've heard someone else say that I'm this and that, but this has got to be one of the funnier ones, Donnie.
That's a pretty good one. I wish you. Can we get is there any chance we can get a feud between you and Vegas Dave on IG?
I don't know, but it's funny because another handicap. It was basically the message went like, and I'm not going to mention who the other handicapper was because it wasn't him. He's not a part of this. I guess he was just thrown in. I don't know, but it was basically, hey, did you hear that this handicapper's going around telling people that you buy Vegas Dave's picks? I go to the other handicapper, and the other handicapper's like, why would I do that? I'm cool with you. Why the fuck would I do that?
Well, who was the guy that who was the middleman that got blamed?
I'm not going to say it live. I don't want to.
Send it to me on Skype.
I will. It's the most random guy too. Please don't mention the guy's name.
I won't do it.
Just you got it.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's so funny. That's actually ridiculous. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoy the show. We got plenty to talk about today. And look, that little worm got us to say his name, so it worked.
Yeah,
Donnie.
Maybe I want to see if you appear on one of his videos now, Jeff. Just wanted to clear up this whole situation. Maybe down in Cabo or something like that.
Maybe I'll get a free flight out of it or something.
Yeah, dude. How about if they just pan? How about if he's like yelling at you and then he pans to the left and you are actually there with him?
What if he calls me right now and is like, "Look, I want to fly you down. You could stay here. You get your own place. I just want you to appear on camera with me." Would you do that?
Yep. You and him, Jeff, driving around Cabo in that little souped up golf cart.
Yeah, like what are those things called?
Maybe a salad on the beach with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Talking shop.
Take this away from me. I'm done.
You do what I tell you. Richard Lee, I thought I saw you on the no-fly list. Yeah. That's actually why I couldn't come to Costa Rica. I was on the no-fly list.
That was one of the better. That was one of the more favorable rumors out there, which was great. Big man can't even go because he's got warrants out for his arrest.
Then I get on the plane and go to Vegas. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Big man actually can fly."
Yeah, but it was only an international warrant. That's why.
Yeah, I'm Interpol's
Mhm.
wanting me. I'm a most
Yep.
wanted terrorist.
Yep.
All right, let's get into the headlines here. Guys, do us a favor. Retweet the show on Twitter. Let people know that it's on. Always a great group of people in here. We had a great. It's been a fun couple weeks, Donnie, doing this show. It's been pretty well recepted. We're trying to build it up. College basketball will be here before we know it. We got obviously NFL. I mean, we're almost halfway through the NFL season. It's a fun time of year. All right, morning headlines. Let's get into it, Rightside. We got a sad story out of Dallas today. Errol Spence Jr., who is the unified welterweight champion of the world, was involved in a one-car crash, Donnie, in his Ferrari. According to reports, it's not life-threatening, but I mean, you know how that – I mean, just because it's not life-threatening doesn't mean it's not serious. This could mean he could never walk. Who knows what this is? This is a very sad story. Errol Spence, one of the great, if not one of the best boxers in the world. Donnie, it's interesting that this came up because I watched something on E60 last night. Do you ever watch E60?
I do. Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
You ever see the one about the kid that he's from Ohio, but he goes to Michigan, and him and his family get involved in a car crash, and his father dies, his girlfriend dies, and his brother's paralyzed? Did you ever see that?
No, the one was it the basketball player?
No, it's a football player.
Oh, gotcha. No, I didn't see that one though.
Basically, the kid, he's from Ohio. He's a big Ohio State fan.
Yeah.
And the only team that wants him is Michigan.
Yeah.
They call him. They want him. Rich Rod wants him.
Yeah.
He goes up there. He gets a scholarship. And one Christmas Eve, the kid's driving home with his family, and a 90-year-old hits him. And the dad dies. His girlfriend dies. It was terrifically sad. But I thought about that last night, Donnie, that everybody drives a car. We all drive cars. We don't get picked out of a hat. It just happens. You look at Errol Spence here, probably driving home from a night at the gym or who knows.
Ferrari. Yep. Didn't wear a seatbelt. Got ejected from the car.
Horrific. I hope he's okay. What a sad story, man. Just a horrific scene, I'm sure. I hope he is okay. Police are investigating the cause of the crash. What even happens? It's the middle of the night. What could even happen? Maybe an animal runs out or something. I don't know.
For those. Look, if he crashed his Ferrari, so one could assume
speed.
That. I mean, exactly. It's not even really about speed. Those cars are so powerful that if you just turn the corner and hit the gas pedal just a little bit too much, you're fishtailing right off the road, man.
The Ferrari veered left over the center median into the southbound lanes and flipped multiple times, ejecting him, who was not wearing a seatbelt.
Oh,
I mean, I'm going to just say this. The fact that he didn't pass away is amazing. Yeah. That is amazing. Yeah. Here's a lesson to all of you, and I do it. I sometimes do it myself. I'm only going a mile away. I don't need to wear a seatbelt. Little animals that run out in the street.
Especially where you are.
Yeah, they don't know that it's only a mile away. So, I really had to take my own advice on that. But, yeah, that is really sad. I hope he's okay, and hopefully he gets back healthy. But that's sad. All right, let's move to a more
happy topic.
Well, not a more happy topic, but a better topic. Gabe Kapler's been fired by the Philadelphia Phillies, and we have a Phillies fan here, and Donnie writes, Donnie, you have to be happy with this, and you look at who may come down the road, all very good options, all great, whether it's Sosha, Girardi, Buck Showalter. You want an established manager, right? You want a guy that can come in and rally these troops. You don't want a young manager that we've never seen before. We don't get how they manage. If it's me, I would love one Girardi. I think I like Girardi. I thought he got a raw deal in New York. He's a guy that knows how to manage. What do you want? What are you looking for?
Yeah, I need a manager, Jeff, that comes into town that's already established, number one. I want a manager that's not like learning on the job. Yep. And number three, I want a manager that makes his own calls and doesn't say, hey, upstairs, what do you guys think could work today on our lineup? Oh, you want the pitcher to bat third? Okay, sounds like a good – no. Give me the manager that has the respect of the players, that understands the rules of the game, that understands in the National League you can make a double switch, that understands the rules of the game, Jeff, coming out of the bullpen, where you can't just say, hey, Jimmy, come in out of the bullpen. Wait a second. He hasn't even warmed up, where the actual umpire has to step in and stop the game and call Major League Baseball and say, I'm breaking the rules in umpire, but I'm not going to allow this reliever to get hurt because he's technically not supposed to be able to warm up on the mound. Just give me somebody who understands where, yes, if there's a computer that says, look, this guy gets this guy out a lot more times, I still want to know a manager, Jeff, that says, you know what? I'm going to go with the hot hand now. I'm not going to care about this guy is 2 for 4. The next guy is 2 for 5. So automatically we should bet the 2 for 4 guy. Give me a guy with some intuition. Give me some old school baseball back. Because as you saw yesterday, Jeff, you know what was really refreshing? And you know what? It's eye-opening because we talk about computers and, sequencing during the season. But you know what happens in the playoffs? They take the computers, they throw them out the window, they bunt in the first inning, Jeff. You know what they don't do in the playoffs? Bat their pitcher 8th. They bat him 9th. It's amazing how there's a different set of rules for regular season with the pocket protectors and the computers that when you get to the postseason, you go back to old school baseball because it's smart baseball.
Yeah, and you're totally right on that. It'd be interesting to see Mike Scioscia, Donnie, here.
I would love Mike Scioscia. I would love it. Girardi, fantastic. I would love it, man.
I mean, Mike Scioscia is from Upper Darby.
Yeah, yes, he is.
He went to Penn State, I believe. He's a local guy. It'd be interesting to see Mike Scioscia here. That would be very cool. A guy that has a winning mentality. He's won a lot of games in the major leagues. I mean,
respect. Like who would respect? Like if Joe Girardi came into town, right? Or if, Scioscia comes into town, it's respect. As soon as they get in the dugout, Jeff, what do they get? Respect. Oh, I'll listen to this guy. You want me to change my approach, Skip? Absolutely. Or do you want the guy that says, hey, you know what, Bryce? We typed in this algorithm last night, and if you stand 3 inches back of the plate and 1 inch north of the plate, you're going to get an extra 1% launch trajectory. No, come on, man. Enough with that.
Yeah, no, it's horrific managing. I hated Gabe Kapler. I didn't understand that hire at all. It was one of the weirder ones, and it ended up being a complete failure. How long was Gabe here? 2 years?
2 years. 2 years. And the good thing I like about it, Jeff, somehow you have like that ownership group that's invisible and they're behind the wall and, we'll talk to Andy McPhail, the president. At least you have an owner here that's coming out straight up saying like, man, I hear the barking. I don't think it's right. My general manager actually still wanted to keep Kapler, but you know what? We're about winning here. We haven't done it. Gabe's gone. Let's move forward. I love people like that, man.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting because I think either way, it's going to be hard to screw this up. Let's hope that, the boys in the front office can figure it out. Yeah. Hopefully they don't bottle it like they did, this situation.
Yeah, how about at the post or the All-Star break, the deadline, the trade deadlines, waiver wire deadlines coming up, and Andy McPhail, who's the president of the Philadelphia Phillies, who came from the Baltimore Orioles, actually did a live interview, Jeff, on the radio. And they said, well, hey, are you going to make moves? Like, you're going to make, get a couple relief pitchers? You have none. Hey, if we make the playoffs, it's if we do, if we don't, we're going to be status quo. And, of course, what happened in the second half of the baseball season. Congratulations.
Sure. 100%. Donnie, NBA in China. We've talked about this. I mean, Donnie and I was thinking about this last night, and I, God forbid, I hope, you know how your mind works, but you think and you foreshadow, right? Mm-hmm. So Daryl Morey says this tweet. He doesn't tweet this. Nothing ever happens. Yes, everybody's good. Mm-hmm. Blah, 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 blah. Could someday this actually, the tensions here, could they persist to a worldwide level where China doesn't do business with us at all? Like where we go to war over shit like this? Think about that. We've went to war for crazier things. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. And you think about social media, the power that it has. And I think all the time, Donnie, about things that I put out. I know people enjoy when I fly off the handle and I post laughing video. I know people, and it's funny. People think it's funny. Do I think that I want, when I'm 40 years old, if I have kids, do I want them to see that? No. And I think a lot of us do things on the internet that we don't necessarily expect to go somewhere, and they do. That's why I've tried to pull back just a little bit from what I'm doing. But you look at this current situation, Donnie, yesterday, with that woman asking questions to James Harden, like North Korea grabbing the mic. We're not doing that. Is that the stance for the NBA now? Is it just don't ask us? We're talking basketball. We're doing the Bill Belichick thing. I'm talking about Seattle this week.
Yeah, and like you see, ESPN's trying to broach the subject, and you brought up the exact point that everybody's watching. Yeah. When the reporter just asks a simple question, and not even they don't really want to get political, but the NBA is so scared of anything that comes out of anybody's mouth. They're just interjecting themselves. You're either going to talk about, hey, James Harden, you went 7 of 8 from the 3-point line, or we're not talking to you at all. But bringing up your earlier point, like making a world war. Do you know why it's a little bit different here, Jeff? Because the United States, regardless of what we think about China, we need them financially. The same exact thing is said from Chinese. Where are they exporting? Where's all the tech sales going? The United States and our free market society buying the hell out of every, iPhone being made or whatever they're making over there. So we're in bed with China that way. And it's sort of like a standoff. Like, as long as you don't do this and we don't do this, and we'll fight over embargoes and tariffs and stuff. That's all's fair in love and war when you're dealing with money. But the thing that's interesting here is the NBA is a one-way street here. China's going to the NBA like, okay, we broadcast your games here. We pay you. You make a ton of money here, not vice versa. So unless you apologize and do all this stuff, get the fuck out of our country. And the NBA is going, no. It's all good. We love China oppression. Like, no, we love this stuff. Pay us. That's what the difference is, because it's a one-way street where the NBA really needs China, where China's going like, we don't need the NBA, but you do need the United States to buy your goods. You know what I mean? With the NBA, though, Donnie, if China said, we're not doing business with you anymore, would you care? Like, I wouldn't give a damn. Yeah, and you could wear it as a major, because you're talking about the NBA, like, it's 10% revenue or whatever. Can you imagine because the funny thing about the American people is we rally around each other. And it's the same thing like a family. Like, hey, I'll pick on my little brother, but don't you dare, Steve from down the street, come here talking that same smack, because you're going to have an issue. We rally around stuff like this. You kidding me? Like, hey, we just told China to, GFY. Oh my God. You know what? Maybe more people buy the package. Maybe more people go to games. Maybe more people buy a jersey of the celebrity, like Steph Curry says, you know what? I don't even need that Chinese stuff. Maybe he explodes in the United States with even more sales.
You know how much benefit the NBA would have if they would say, we're not kowtowing to you. We're going to stand up for the impression. We're going to stand up for all of it. I listen, Donnie, you know how I feel about Donald Trump, and I'm not going to get political about Donald Trump. Yeah. I got to tell you, his comments about Steve Kerr were pretty standard.
Yes, they were.
Steve Kerr has everything to say about everything.
Yep.
Yet
well versed on every single topic except and this isn't talking about, Jeff, you got to crack a textbook like, well, what's actually going on here? If you don't understand China for centuries, you're missing out. So again, we're talking about guys who are highly educated individuals going silent on an easy topic that everybody already knows about.
I mean, it's pretty standard, man. I mean, he's got everything to say, but when it's really important to say, he doesn't want to say it.
No, Can you imagine Steve Kerr sitting over there on a soapbox going, hey, you know what? Steve Morey, like, I know Daryl Morey. He's absolutely right, and I back him up. Like, yo, Steve Kerr, like, you go up like 9. Even if you don't agree what he's saying, you could be like, this dude is real. And that's the problem. Because if the NBA always said, Jeff, we're never going to get political, not a single person would care about this issue, not one.
Maybe Daryl Morey stepped up and said, look, guys, don't go to bat for me. Don't get fucking thrown into this. Just, maybe what's Daryl Morey say about all that? I want to hear what he has to say.
I don't know. Like, is he like Salman Rushdie back in the day where he's like a hit out on him from hiding?
Is he standing pat on what he said? Like, is he?
He's not. He's literally like
backing off.
I bet you, like, Toma Fertitta had 19 lawyers draw up something that says you make one more peep, like I own you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's what I think happened too. Because James Harden is coming across as like a guy that just says, I'm not going to stand up for my GM. I'm not just going to, you go to bat for those guys.
You go to bat with whatever. If it was something like a ticket that he got from a police officer in town, James Harden would be screaming in backing up his GM, even if he was wrong. But it's so funny how they're sitting up there like, I'm not answering anything today.
And that's why I guess for me, like, I guess the actual players and coaches, it's like, well, maybe they basically – a memo came down and said, look, if you talk about this,
you're out.
You will be fired on the spot.
Correct.
We don't give a fuck how big you are. If you come out and say this, you're done.
Yep. We'll
fucking void everything. So they're in a rock and hard place. Look, at the end of the day, though, Donnie, Donald Trump, I mean, and I know he has to kowtow to China, but it's not like he's coming out and saying those people in Hong Kong are being oppressed. We need to do something about it. Because I know in the early, for instance, I've brought up this before, Kosovo. Bill Clinton didn't have to speak out about Kosovo. Bill Clinton said, not only are we going to speak out, we're going to go and bomb Serbia so they fucking stop this bullshit. Where's Donald Trump in all this? Say, hey, we're not. And again, I'm not a political. I don't know.
No, but it's I see your point is correct, but the one I tried to bring up at the beginning is we're in bed with China the same because China doesn't do this to us and we don't do it to China, but we know that game we play where it's not like you bang on because what Bill Clinton going in there to Serbia, it wasn't as if to say like Russia or the USSR or whatever it would be back in the day. It was like if you do this, we're going to war. Well, you go in there and clean shop and not have too many ramifications.
Right. The thing about Serbia, though, is they're a direct ally of Russia. And at that point, it was testy to do. But still, though, I hear you. China's huge. And, that's
we make money. They make money. We have to
just kind of shut up.
You just say, hey, you know what? It is what it is. But again, it wouldn't be the same thing if the U.S. was just taking shots and also, hey, we can't talk about this. So wait a second. You've been talking about this for X amount of it's a really interesting story popped up and it came at a crazy time. Can you like Tillman Fertitta, the NBA, like even if you agreed with what he said, and he didn't say anything really wrong. Like, hey, these people want democracy. I support that, which is an innocuous tweet. And it's a real simple tweet. But can you imagine like Adam Silver going, you son of a bitch, like we're going over there in like 2 weeks and you just did this. Holy cow, man. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if this sets up something crazy, it's like, wow, there's a good tweet. There's a good comment. Then we'll move on. This is a good comment. China's that sexy broad that has a terrible attitude, but the head game is on point. Surprisingly enough, I have that in my own life right now.
Oh,
you're 100% right on that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about something else. Can we get a couple leans and on sides in the Euros today? No. I mean, all I gave is what I like. I don't like any other match in Euros today. They're a very tough card. The only thing I like is the one I put out. Again, guys, I want to make that clear. If I put a pick out on Twitter, those are the ones I actually like. I'm not like holding out or –
Jeff, what you should have done yesterday is you should retweet the pick that we both liked, which was ULL, which ended up getting beat last night.
Yep.
I want you to retweet that and be like, well, I didn't really like the play, but –
Vegas Dave gave.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
Don't blame me. Blame
Vegas Dave for all my losses, but not for the winners.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Donnie, let's get into baseball quickly here. Recap what we saw last night, and we'll start with the pathetic performance of the Atlanta Braves, which you got to feel bad for the people that go to that game. I mean, you're not even out of the first inning. Like 25 minutes into the game, it's already over. Just a riff. Just one of those games you just say, well, we got this one wrong.
You're so excited to go. Like, let's just say, like, you're a dad. You got your 13-year-old son. He loves Acuna. He loves the Braves. And you're so excited. Like, hey, I'm going to pull you out of school. We're going to get to this game early. We're going to have so much fun. And in 5 minutes, it's a wrap. And you know what? The question came up yesterday. Like, if this was you, if this was your team. Now, baseball, I guess, is a little bit different because there's no time frame and maybe you're just out. But, like, I'm talking like through my 20s, going to Eagles games and going to sporting events. Like, I wear it on my sleeve. I'm not so sure, Jeff, I don't roll out of there in the second inning because I'm so heartbroken. Like, why are you actually staying around for some miracle? Like, you're going to come back from 13 runs down?
Yeah, I was surprised. I noticed that last night in the late game as well. It's 7-3, and you still got they're cheering about the outs and stuff. It's like you just got dejected. Like you're not coming back. But yeah, the 13-0 one is weird. There was like a point. I think it was in the fifth inning, Donnie, where the Braves had the bases loaded at one point, and they were Flaherty was laboring a bit, and that was really the only chance they had to at least score runs. They weren't even putting runs on the board. Yeah, I don't get it either. But yeah, Magic coming late. You missed like the first two
or it could be like, Jeff, I went to a game at Marlins Park just this year where I believe the Phillies were up like 7-0 when I walked in, and within a matter of minutes they were losing that ball game. So I guess maybe they could have come back, but that's when like the NFC. Put it in perspective for me and you, Jeff. NFC Championship game 2 years ago. Yeah. I meet up with you. We talk in the end zone. We're having fun. We're watching the birds. Like, this game is going to be awesome. And then go back to your seat. And again, which was interesting because if we remember, the Vikings scored on their first possession. Yeah, sure. So let's just say if that multiplies and it's 28-0, 6 minutes into the game where Minnesota's, I might hang out to the half to see if they can but I'm already dejected. Like I'm a sore loser fan. Like this is a funeral. I don't even want to be here anymore.
See, I actually sometimes disagree on that because I remember when I was I think it was the '07 year or '08 year. The year they won the World Series, the Phillies.
Mhm.
I remember I had tickets to a game, and the guy I was going to go with a friend of mine, he balked like 20 minutes before I was going to leave. I lived in Philly at the time. And I decided I'm not going to try to. I'm just going to go. I'm going to go by myself.
Now, was this a regular season game, though?
Yes.
All right, yeah.
But hear me out, though.
Yeah,
this was the only game I've ever went to on my own, I think.
Yes.
I go there. Phillies get down 7-0. It was against the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
Whole fucking stadium left. It was like the 5th or 6th inning, 7-0. I remember I'm like, you know what? I don't have nothing to do tomorrow. I'm just going to stay. Whatever. I came here. Why not? They ended up coming back. They won 8-7 in like 16 innings. I mean, it happens. But yeah, the playoffs.
Yeah, like a heartbreaking scenario. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you're a big fan of a soccer team. Like, hey, we're in the Champions League final and you're down 5-0 in the first 40 minutes. Like it's hard to like chant and have fun at that point.
By the way, speaking of soccer today, Donnie, there is a line out there, Belgium -7. Okay. It's one of the bigger lines you'll see in a game.
Company in this one? What do we got?
Well, I want to talk about that quickly. Watch yourself with this game. Don't go crazy if you're getting involved. In fact, if I were getting involved, I wouldn't get involved. Belgium, no Lukaku, no Eden Hazard, no De Bruyne. They're going to have the B lineup in, which the B lineup will still score 4 or 5 in this game. But to win by 8 or more, it's going to be tough. San Marino's arguably the worst team in the world. Again, though, it's going to be tough. These guys played a couple weeks ago and won 4-0. So maybe even taking a shot with San Marino here. It might be the play. Hey, Donnie, one other thing back with that China thing.
Yes.
How weird is that game going to be between the Nets and Lakers?
It already played. It already played.
Oh, it already happened.
It already played. They actually said they scrubbed the floor was removed of like any advertising. It wasn't broadcast on TV, and they played the game. Yes, and then the players weren't available at all. They weren't even in the. You saw the James Harden interview. These guys weren't even allowed to get in front of the camera.
Were there fans there?
There were fans there, but so it was basically like the game got played like it was a high school game, and nobody reported on it. Yeah.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know it already was.
Like you had the final. I think the Brooklyn Nets won by like 4 points or whatever, but no questions were asked. It was almost kind of funny. Like if you're the NBA, the whole point of that was go there, celebrate, showcase, broadcast it to 1 billion people and get interviews and use it as PR. And it was like the game never really happened.
That's amazing. I didn't even know it was already played. Wow.
Early this morning. Yes. Yep.
Kyrie Irving played 1 minute.
Yes. He got hit in the face and bounced. And they still beat him to beat the Lakers.
That's funny. Well, I didn't even know they played it. I could have sworn that. Mm-hmm. All right, let's.
By the way, again, one final point on that. What happens if this was like Dennis Rodman was there and they had the microphone in his face, like back at if he was actually still playing, he'd have mouthed off. He wouldn't even have cared.
Good thing I'm not in the NBA.
Oh Jesus, you'd be left. You'd be back and doing like.
You know what I was also thinking?
60
Donnie?
years hard time. What?
Yeah, prison camp. What if the LiAngelo Ball stealing thing happened now?
Yes,
he'd never come home.
They'd prove it. They'd make a point to him.
He's happy. If I'm LiAngelo Ball, I'm thinking I'm fucking the man. By the way, LiAngelo Ball, what a life he'll live. Just kind of cloud off his brother's success.
Yep, it's the older Manning. It's Cooper Manning.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. He's so true. It's like,
is that like I get like. Your dad's going to give you a business. You're going to have an insurance business. Your brothers are going to hook you up. You're going to be, but like, hey, like the Manning family's getting together and like, that's got to be a tough life. Even though he's probably paid, he's a well-educated dude. He's living his life. But in the back of his head's going, my fucking brothers were so good and I couldn't do anything.
Well, Donnie, look at my family. Man. I mean,
you like the sheep out there?
Yeah, and they all work together and I just, I just buy Vegas days picks and sell them.
Exactly. Yep. You come under part. Yep. That's our. How do they know the secret to success?
By the way, speaking of LaMelo Ball, who I think is going to be #1 pick in the NBA draft next year, think if Donnie that UCLA stuff never happens. Because I don't know if you know this, but UCLA has Mick Cronin as their coach now.
Yes, correct.
Their team is really good this year. I actually think they're a sleeper in the
pack. What he's saying, like you still have that pipeline open for him to go there for a year?
No, think if he was going there.
Yeah.
He'd be there this year.
Yep.
That team would be the best team in the country if he was there.
Well, in LA.
Yeah. Imagine that. UCLA basketball will be back.
Yep. And the best part about it is at that point, like LeVar would still be in the press, and he would literally tell NBA teams, "Don't take my son number 1 unless you're taking the other kid with him."
Right.
It'd be power plays all over the place.
Could you imagine though, LeAngelo or LaMelo Ball,
yeah,
and Sharif O'Neal, Shaq's kid,
yes,
alley-oops, fucking,
yep.
God, that'd be nasty.
Yep.
God, I wish he would have stayed at UCLA.
Yep.
That'd have been sick.
Yep.
All right, let's get to one other thing with the Dodgers.
Are we off the air? What's going on over here, Jeff?
No, we didn't get to the game. We didn't get to that game. And then we'll get into tonight's game.
No, look at the YouTube. Look at the YouTube stream.
I don't care about the YouTube stream. I'm on. It says live.
Oh, it does. Maybe mine just cut out.
Yeah, I actually don't even watch.
Oh, there we go. I'm back. Oh, yeah.
I don't even. I actually, to be honest, I have the comments up here, so I don't even look.
Yeah, I like to. That's the only reason why I'm in the YouTube chat itself is just because I like to comment back, and I can't do it the other way.
Yeah, but all right. Last night, 3-0, Donnie. If you're the Dodgers.
Yep. Dominant.
Kershaw comes in, blows. By the way, Kershaw, you got to feel bad for that guy. I mean, I know he never plays well in the postseason. He doesn't seem to make any adjustments, but I've never seen a player that has so much success in the regular season.
Uh-huh.
And even Tim Kurkjian talked about that last night. Tim Kurkjian was talking about it. He said, this wouldn't happen in any other sport.
No.
You're not going to be LeBron James killed in the post or the regular season, that every year in the postseason, you just fail.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Like you average 30 a game and you get into the playoffs and you average like 3 a game. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy how much this guy, you feel bad for him, to be honest. Because you know he's a great Hall of Famer.
Yeah. And that's always the stigma. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Kershaw was so good. And then here comes the but.
But he's not good in the postseason.
And you can erase it all, too. Like, remember David Price was having that problem? He can't pitch in the postseason. Then he wins a World Series and he erases it. Doesn't look like Kershaw's going to do that.
What also sucked, Donnie, was when he came in, he got them out of a big jam. He struck out, I think it was Adam Eaton.
Yeah, to get out of that inning so you didn't have to face Rendon and Soto with guys on base. Yes.
He comes in the 8th, gives it the 2 home runs to tie the game. Let me tell you something. Dave Roberts will be fired. He has to be. Not only does he never win, but second of all, to bring Joe Kelly in was disgraceful.
Aren't you supposed to, in Game 5, go down with your flames? Like, you expend every option you have? Yeah.
How about Hung Jin Ryu?
Exactly.
How about fucking, Kenley Jansen?
Yes.
Maybe. If you go down, if you bring Kenley Jansen and Donnie,
and he gets blown away, then you say, you know what? Kershaw and Jansen went down. Yeah. It is what it is. Yes, correct.
You brought in Joe fucking Kelly. And then I have a guy down, he reached out to me and goes, well, Joe Kelly was good in Boston this year at times. Who gives a fuck? He didn't. You don't put Joe Kelly in that spot.
Look, man, when Howie Kendrick is going yard dead center field on you for a grand slam, it's a wrap, man.
You just chalk it up.
It's like back in the day. Maybe he can recover. Because remember, Brad Lidge recovered when after Pujols hit one about 900 feet off him in the playoffs. He recovered, had a decent career with the Phillies. But
you know who's going to go to the World Series in the NL, Donnie?
Cardinals?
Yeah, love them.
What about Tampa, Jeff? How about a nice Tampa?
I want to get to that game right now. Did you look at this line, Donnie? In a playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
With a team that is unbelievable with their bullpen. They could just mix and match. And Glasnow is a good pitcher, Donnie.
Yes.
Good road pitcher. He's he's arguably a better pitcher lately than Cole. I mean, Cole's been unbelievable, but
and the series is 2-2. All hands on deck. It's not like you're starting like your 6th guy with a low bullpen. Like everybody will pitch tonight. Everybody. And you get that high of a line.
And can you get a better manager, Donnie, with bullpen decisions than Cash?
No, he's got a great bullpen too.
He's good.
Yeah.
And do or die. You're going to give me a big price.
250, 240.
Listen, probably, Donnie, this is the kind of game you say it'll probably lose, but I'm not laying that number. I'll gladly take a do or die. Really?
Look, man, people freeze. These are huge games. And they're like, who's the pressure? Is Tampa Bay? Oh, my God. I can't. No, it's Houston.
Yeah.
Like, we're supposed to win this, God damn it. Yeah.
Sure. I 100% agree with you. I mean, Donnie, and also, what's the big elephant in the room with Houston? There's a lot of big bets on Houston.
Damn right.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind taking that nice $3.5 million and saying,
Let me lay some off on plus 250 tonight on this.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's doing that tonight, Jeff, taking it like hedging out.
I mean, it'd be complicated. I mean, they're only in the NLDS.
Yeah. Jeff, by the way, off topic on like hedging out. Isn't your favorite? My favorite thing to watch is this guy's got a 17-team parlay for $1. It's going to pay $400,000, and everybody goes, he should just hedge out because the guy Jeff that bet $1 parlay's got $100,000.
I know.
That's my favorite.
Now look, Donnie, you and me, if we were in that situation, I would call every loan shark I know.
Yes, you could have some connections and come up with some stuff, but people actually think it's just so, and especially maybe the dude just like bet it like offshore, like you can't. I'm going to drive to the casino and get down to $100,000.
Also, books aren't stupid. It's like, let's say you live in, I don't know, Arkansas or something. The closest sportsbook to you is like Mississippi.
That's what I mean. Yes.
You know, and then you got to get the money together to go there.
And have it okayed to bet. Yeah.
Right. That's the thing. It's like, people think it's just so simple.
He's so stupid to not hedge $200,000 on that. Yeah, the dude's making like 16 an hour working construction and bet $1 parlay, but he's got 100 G's laying around.
Right. And it's like, yeah, exactly. Tommy Pham's 9 for 18 against Garrett Cole. That's good. That'll help. But yeah, there's a lot of pressure on those Houston Astros. So we going with Tampa tonight?
Well, you have to. Like, is that the whole like MO of Major League Baseball? Like, do you make money in the postseason by just laying like 2-1s with playoff? This isn't like, the Phillies who've given up going against Strasburg. Like all hands on deck. One swing of the bat changes it. You seen it last night. Oh man, no way the Dodgers lose this game. If you're this guy, Dottie, this mattress guy, Mattress Mac. If, I'm gonna ask you, what's the point of doing this? Like, why are you like? You're already a very rich man. It's to cover his losses from his mattress store. That's the only reason. He's not betting to win. He's betting to hedge his loss. Because picture this thing, like so he's just playing to hedge his loss. Because he has a promotion that says if the Astros win the World Series, whatever you bought in my stores is free. So if you're a guy like, hey, yo, Jeff, we need like bed, like your girl comes, hey, Jeff, we need a nice bed, You know, it's going to cost me 3 G's. Yo, you know what? If the Astros win, I don't even have to pay for it. Hell yeah, let's go buy it. It's a great promotion. Smart guy. Smart guy. Yeah. It's crazy that they're, I mean, I guess it's not crazy, but whatever. Good for him. Great promotion. And he's got more money than God anyway. So he's actually, what was the one you say, Ravel? Now, let me get this straight. Are you actually rooting for the Astros? Yeah, that was the best. Jesus. Didn't he do this last year? Yes. Every time he has, that's the promotion he runs in his stores. It's great promotion. So it's if the Astros win, everything's free, right? If the Astros win, all the furniture is free that you bought for a certain amount of time. Yes. Now, if they don't win, you got to pay for it. Is that what you pay for it? Exactly. Yes. You don't get the rebate back. It's almost like saying if you bought not on store, if you just bought it like that, you would get a check in the mail for 3 G's. So like you buy a bed for $1,000, you get the money. It's free. They give you $1,000 back. Yes. Yep. Yeah. It's unbelievable promotion. But I read he clears like $20 million a year doing this. Yes, because it's a promotion that he can handle because he has the cash to back it up. Yeah. Or who wouldn't do that? If we were in Philadelphia, let's go back to the Super Bowl run, and they go, Jeff, you can buy this 60-inch plasma screen right now. I'm talking plasma, obviously, because it's all, but just the reference. Buy it now, even though you want a TV, you're looking for it. I want to go to this store. Why? Yeah. Eagles win the Super Bowl. I don't even pay for this thing. You're a genius. I mean, it probably keeps him young, too. It's like, hell yeah, he loves it. Yeah, wearing the Astros jersey, making bets. Let's just get this clear. Are you even an Astros fan? That was literally one of the worst questions. And it's amazing it wasn't bigger. Darren Ravel is such an imbecile. It's amazing. Now, are you rooting for the team that you really like or the other side? That's what makes the internet dangerous, Donnie. Darren Ravel has 2 million followers. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that's what makes the internet crazy. Yeah. All right, let's get into some Thursday night football here. So you agree, Donnie? You're going Rays? Yeah, I have to. Who's that? Yeah, I'm laying $270 to make 100. No, sorry. What about the people that will say, Donnie, it's not sexy to lay 260, but that's probably the best play? Well, yeah, because juice doesn't matter unless it loses, right? It loses, correct. Side note, yeah. Listen, we're not gonna anchor that, KB. Thank you for that comment, but.
we're not gonna put that out there. We don't know
pictures. Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to say allegedly, Jeff. Yeah,
correct. Thursday night football, Donnie. We have 2 college football games. We have
3 college football games.
2 or 3? No, there's 2.
Yeah, there's really 3 though with the NFL game.
Oh yeah, that's true. They're playing the New York college team. Yeah, I want to make this clear. These 2 college games tonight, tough games. Really ugly. I mean, not much to really get excited about here.
I love Caleb, though. Love him.
Keep in mind, NC State going with a new quarterback, Bailey Hockman. Matthew McKay was benched. Problem here with Bailey Hockman, Donnie, he's a lefty. They have some question marks in the offensive line. This could be an ugly game. Seems like a low-scoring game, but I'll tell you what about last night's game. Some of the worst play calling I've ever seen. Seriously. Really bad. I really felt cheated with that game. I really did. They had 80 yards in the second half, Donnie, UL Lafayette.
Yeah.
I felt really cheated. I really did. I felt like I had the right side in that game, and I felt that it was taken from me from poor play calling. Just, by the way, I was wrong on their quarterback, man. He was poor.
Yeah.
Oh, he was poor.
He's an athlete. Like if you go against a team that's like, let's just say their running game's getting off. He's the type of guy that can throw a play action pass. He's the type of guy that if it's 1-on-1 and the line breaks through, he can get away. But he got exposed last night against a pretty sound defense.
And I mean, how many times are you going to get beat on the zone read?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the fucking zone read every fucking play. It's like, put someone over there. I'll tell you something about Billy Napier. He's a bad coach. And that's what coaching gets you. You have Drinkowitz on one side, and that ended up being the difference.
Yeah.
App State's a good team, man. That was impressive. UL Lafayette was playing really well. They were running the ball like crazy. They're a good team, man, App State. I did not see that coming. That was a tough one to see. All right. Yeah, but in these 2 games, they're tough. They are really tough. UL Monroe, Texas State. I mean, Texas State is an odd team as well. They have an air raid, but they're not a team that scores a ton. They're really odd the way they play. It could be fun to watch Texas State, though. If that air raid can get going, they'll score against UL Monroe.
Yeah, UL Monroe should be able to score against them too. I mean, Caleb Evans is like a mini Vince Young. If you haven't never watched their offense, and they have some weapons that can really get after it. But hey,
if I had to play these games, I'd go under in the ACC game. I'd go over in the Sun Belt game. UL Monroe, Texas State should be a fun game. I would think. And both those quarterbacks can move the ball. Both those offenses love to go up tempo and throw air raid. UL Monroe can't stop.
I would think I would lean UL Monroe because when you look at even coming in with their schedule, like, all right, they pay scrambling, take that out. You play at Florida State, at Iowa State, and you get Memphis. I mean, Memphis put a beating on you, but they played a tough schedule.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. I think we see points. I think that game turns into a kind of a shootout. I think the first game is a lot of punts, a lot of field position, a lot of running. You have a new quarterback with Hockman. I haven't been overly impressed with what Syracuse has done. So, yeah, I'll lean under in that ACC game, over in the other game.
Yeah.
All right. This guy keeps posting this, and I guess I got to comment on it. Big balls play of the day. First of all, I already hate it. The first scoring play is a New England field goal. The first scoring play of the day is a New York field goal.
So he's basically saying as long as you get a field goal in the game, you're cashing big to start.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't play.
It's tough about that too because it looks so good. Like, all you have to do is stop it, and then you think about, all right, well,
have you seen the Giants?
That's what I mean. Like the goal of the game is to actually score a touchdown, not like kick a field goal. It's not like will the last score of the game be a field goal? You know what I mean? We're just running out the clock.
I think one thing you might have going for you there, the weather's not supposed to be good. So I mean,
but that hurts field goals though. Like
sure,
if you have 40 miles an hour light wind and windy conditions, and they don't even have Gostkowski anymore on their team.
Can't move the ball maybe as easily either. I don't know, man. I don't bet those kind of things. So I'm
how the hell are they stopping? I don't even care how this game has so many injuries in it, and as long as you have like Tom Brady standing up straight, like he should just destroy this Giants defense.
Yeah, and we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into what's going to happen in this game. Let me I want to see, because I've heard the weather's going to be bad. I want to know that it's actually going.
I don't think it's a hurricane up there. Now it's 8 o'clock. Now it's actually changed after drizzle / overcast.
Yeah, 15-mile-an-hour winds. They're not
That's
too
not
windy,
that bad.
not bad. Yeah, the
That's
kicker's
why.
out
That's
too,
why.
Donnie, right? For the Gostkowski's not
Well,
playing.
the kid played last week. I mean, they had a kicker last week.
He was not good, Matt.
Now, he
Newton.
missed the first extra. What did he miss? The extra point?
Missed something.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, I don't bet those kind of games. I'm more of a side total guy. But, yeah, you look at this game, Donnie.
Over-under making a comeback, though, going up, I guess, because it doesn't look like it's going to be technically as bad as they thought it was.
2 questions. How does New England get stopped on any drive?
I don't know.
Because we know that, that group for the Giants is
They brought up another running back, so like 17 different running backs going to carry the ball for New England.
I mean, I went over this, Donnie, and I'm going to go over it with you. Here, take a listen to what you're going to have offensively tonight for the Giants. Listen to this. Now, you have Daniel Jones, which is exciting, but it's a great defense. It's one of the best defenses in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And we know Daniel Jones is probably going to have some trouble. He did last week, and he's going to have some trouble here. You look at these receivers tonight. Golden Tate, Cody Latimer, and Darius Slayton.
Yep.
I mean, just a mess there. Evan Engram
down. Yep.
Yeah, so Red Ellison's your tight
top
end.
2 running backs out.
Yes, your running backs tonight are John Hillman and Elijah Penny. And then your secondary is horrific already.
If you saw the game last week, which it's kind of funny because when you look at the Giants, like they only scored 10 points last week, and that was against the Minnesota Vikings. But the same thing's going to play out, and the coach is going to have the same MO like he did last week. They actually moved the football in the second half, but when you're down 10 points, 14 points or more, they're not kicking the field goal in the third quarter when it's 4th and 6 from like the 16-yard line. They can't score. They're not good enough to score. They did it all last week saying like, well, they only finished with 10. They actually could have had at least 20 points in that football game. But if you're playing to win the game, which obviously the coach was doing, when the second half comes around and it's 21-3, that team total only need 10 points. They ain't kicking field goals.
Donnie, a great tweet here from Mike Randall. He's a college basketball guy I follow, but he tweeted out this. This is a good tweet. Opposing quarterback stat lines against the Patriots this year. The average, 175 a game, 2.2 interceptions a game. I mean, they've really played unbelievable.
Unbelievable. They're good at every level, Jeff. Dominant D-line, great linebacker play, shut down cornerbacks, great safety play. And then you have a rookie coming in on a short week to prep for New England with nothing to actually work with.
And we've seen these big numbers being covered for the most part.
Yes.
If New England, and I'm going to make this clear, I'm going to bet New England because it really doesn't matter. The public always defies with New England, always.
Yeah.
They never don't cover. If they only win by 14, oh well.
Yes.
This to me is 34-10. It's just that simple. I don't see it. But here's my problem, Donnie. This is not how I bet the NFL. I don't want to be involved on every other. I don't want to be with the public. I'm always looking other ways, Donnie.
Yeah.
I'm always looking to find something that doesn't make sense. But then I look at this and I say, well, the whole world's on New England and the lines went the right way. You're not even getting any sharp action coming in on the Giants. The Giants, nobody wants to back the Giants. Is this a game where you just say, you know what, the book's just going to get shredded with this game? And they've made a lot of money this year, the books. The books have killed it this year. Is this one of those games where you just say, you know what?
You can't set the line high enough.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think 17's high enough. If this was 19, Donnie, would you bet it? Probably.
I would bet it up to probably 20. I think it's going to be a blowout. I have 21. Yeah.
20.5. I'd be good with that.
Like, where are the point? Like, the whole thing. And again, like last week, look at this, Jeff. Washington 7-0 here. Oh, everybody bought in. What happened the rest of the game? A slow burn blowout. Like, that's what's going to happen again in this game. If you don't have the horses, we watched the Jets game here, Jets and the Eagles last week. And you're saying to yourself, you're watching going, this isn't even an NFL product. How can you back a team that's not even an NFL product right now?
Yeah. No, you're 100% right.
Saquon's back, maybe. Sterling Shepard's back. Oh, okay. Ingram's, hey, maybe they could get, pull some things together. You're talking about a defense, Jeff, that's given up 2 touchdowns on the season and now going up against a team that's basically the Jets
and
again.
One of the touchdowns was a fluke. That Steven Sims touchdown.
Yes, with most people. Who the hell Steve? Exactly. That's how fluky it was. Who the hell Steven Sims even scored?
And that's why for me last week, that Patriots first half bet I made was so brutal.
Yeah. And they intercepted late. They had so many chances.
It was so brutal.
Oh, my God.
I mean, if they just tackle Steven Sims, they don't score at all.
No, at all.
It was just so sick about it. Listen, if Daniel Jones plays and keeps him in this game, I'll never talk bad about the kid. I haven't really, but I mean, that would be impressive. With this group, you're just setting the kid up to fail, man. I mean,
he's not even like going out to play like the Chargers, like nice weather, and maybe they're not all there just yet, and you get some time. He's not going to have time to do anything. And good for, look, maybe baptism under fire, he'll learn some stuff. But if you tell me right now, like, all right, Daniel Jones is going to be 22 of 27 for 290 and 3 scores, I'm like, damn, this kid is really something. It's not happening.
And what's so concerning about last week for the Giants is you mentioned they couldn't score.
Yes.
It's not like they didn't have opportunities.
Correct.
And it's not like they weren't playing a team, Donnie, the Vikings are not a good road team. They never are. You not only have to go to New England,
you have to score touchdowns.
Yes. I just don't. Brandon Raheel, that's actually a pretty good bet. Alternate line, 20.5 plus 140.
Yeah, why would you say it at 7 if it's 17? I would do that in a second.
Is this really going to be 29-10 or something? Like,
yeah.
I mean, this is a head scratcher game because it's like, how does this not happen? Like,
people are teasing the Giants up to 23.
Horrific. If you're doing that, really awful. Patriots have played no one. Yeah,
and again, look, what are they playing now? No one. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Giants team totals 12. Yeah, I'm done with team totals. Donnie, I've had 2 games this year I bet team totals in where they look unbelievable. There's no way
before
they lose.
The game. Yeah.
No way the Redskins are scoring 16.5 against the Eagles.
Yep.
No way the Raiders are going to score on the Bears. They come out and score 2 touchdowns
right off the bat. Like you're sunk right. Like you get off a show, you go out, get something to drink real quick, you come back down. All right, who's got the ball first? Oh, look, it's the Redskins first and goal. You're like, what the?
Here's what I've learned about sports betting over the years. I'm done getting cute. I'm sticking with what I'm good at. Sides, occasionally a total. Not betting early in the week. Just kind of that's another thing, Donnie, I'm done doing. Weekday college football. They never win.
No matter what side.
I just don't have I want Saturday. That's the football I want. Where we know what we're doing. It's Saturday. Let's get after it.
Mm-hmm. And even on Saturdays, you can get that call like 10 minutes that a quarterback's out before the game. I mean, that happens on Saturdays.
Yeah, because people know about it. Look at Donnie, some of the games I bet during the week in college football. Yeah. Temple.
Mm-hmm.
ULL. I mean, it's brutal.
And getting bad beats out of it, too.
Yeah. Jeff, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, though. Yeah, it's my fault.
What's his tweet, Jeff? We all know how this Temple game ends. Shut up, Jeff. They're winning. They're going to cover easy. 3 minutes later.
Jack Mack football, by the way, who I tweeted last night, Don. I was watching the whole game.
Yeah.
6 minutes left. You are a loser. He commented, he goes, "You're marking this game's a loss already?" I said, "Yeah, I pretty much know all these games work out." And it ended up working out for me. But
yep, the same way, like how you get that loss against Temple. And the ones that rip your heart out, too, because you get the fumble recovery touchdown and it feels good, then they take it away. Like even the game I had the over in the Minnesota game just this past weekend, Jeff, it looks like it's going to cover with ease. Then the wrench comes in, you're not going to cover. And then, oh, yeah, the Vikings run a play with the last play of the game, essentially, where they need 16 yards. Probably not going to get it. He busts through, and if he shakes an ankle tackle, he scores it. And Madison scores late, and he never does. It's like, why did you even bring me back into this? Like, just leave me out of it. You know what I mean? If I'm going to lose, just let me lose. And I'm like, nope. Nothing.
Do you ever get that point, Donnie, when you're betting on a game? And most of the time when you bet a game, you're by yourself, right?
Yes, correct. Yes.
So that game, that Temple ECU game, I wasn't even – at that point, I was just kind of accepted of it because that ECU had already scored.
Yes.
They'd gotten the onside kick, and I had just – I left the game on because I'm like – I'm literally sitting there, Donnie, not saying – I'm just – I can't believe this just happened to me.
Yes.
And you ever get to that point where, like, Temple gets or ECU has the ball, and you see the kid throwing the ball slowly behind him, and you perk up and you go, "Oh my God, oh my God!" And he runs it back, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, I actually hit this," and you don't even believe it.
Correct.
And then they take it from you, and everyone just runs off. And that's that.
That would happen to you the opposite way. Like a couple weeks ago, the Denver game where they played Jacksonville. Like it's like, oh my God, like if this could work out still with maybe a turnover, they go for they don't get the fourth down on their own 20, Denver's still going to kick a field goal. First play, deflection up in the air. Somebody intercept it. Nobody gets it. Second play, strip sack of a quarterback where the ball comes back to the quarterback, catches it, and they move on with the penalty. Like this would only, like, if this was the opposite side, that ball would have been intercepted. I'd have been screaming out here. But
it's a rough beat.
It is.
Eagles have a ridiculous 6-game stretch coming up. Opponents are 22-8. But
they'll be 1-2 at the end of this 3-game stretch that they have coming up right now.
Yeah, and they have a good end of the season.
No. The last 5 games, if the Eagles can hang on and hang around, that last 5-game stretch is a breeze for them. They'll be able to do well.
Tomorrow, we'll get into all the NFL games. We'll get into that game and more. We have some college games as well. We'll just kind of take it how it is as we do on this show. Donnie, what else do we have? Anything to end the show with here?
Oh, yeah, hold on. I wanted to talk to you about this because this is what's been brought up. And I have to tell you, there's certain differences that we have to look at when we're talking about fan behavior, because the national media says this: in the city of Philadelphia, city of brotherly love, in the Declaration of Independence, the birthplace of our nation, and you can't express your political opinions before you get thrown out. That's the national read. You know what the read is from the common fan in Philadelphia? Let me go to an Eagles game. Let's just say it's Eagles Cowboys. The division's on the line, or maybe even not on the line. It's late fourth quarter, and I have 3 people next to me chanting nonstop "Free Hong Kong" during the game. I'm throwing them out all by myself.
Here's the thing, right, Donnie. Here's the thing. I don't disagree with you at all on that. If someone next to you is doing that, the fans will just say, "Leave, go away already." Do I think that, like, I saw a video last night at Washington Wizards game.
Yeah.
There were a group of guys that had signs.
Mm-hmm.
Weren't chanting anything, just signs. The Gestapo, Washington Wizards security, comes up and says, "Give me those signs." Now, they have a sign policy. You can bring signs in.
You can bring signs in.
Correct.
Right.
From what I understand. You can bring signs into games. There's a guy, Donnie, sign guy. He goes to every game in Philadelphia.
But he's not there anymore, though. That's back at the vet.
He's right next to the bench. He's always there.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any big sign anymore like he used to have.
He has a sign every game. Watch it. Watch the Sixers when they play this year. He does it.
The Sixers. I thought you said the Eagles. No, I never seen him at the Eagles. There's no sign at the Eagles.
He sat next to where my boy G's used to have tickets on the tunnel.
I'm not even sure. I'm not sure you can have signs at the Eagles game. I don't know if I've ever seen a sign.
I'll show you a picture. I took it last year when I was there.
During the game.
Yes. I'll show you the picture. I have it. He has all different signs.
Yeah.
But either way, they walk over and say, "Give me the sign." And they take it and confiscate it. They weren't chanting anything.
Yeah, but you can't, like, if the dude's in front of me or holding up a sign I can't see, like, that's a like, why don't they go outside the arena and walk up and down the street and protest? Like, why do they have to be inside, like, ruining my time?
That's true as well. Yeah. But they did not have big signs. The signs were small. They weren't big. But
is that going to be a national cheer now at NBA games? Or because you know how people like to start trouble anyway? Like, we got to get like 15 guys together and just go down there and chant.
What everyone should do is every fan that goes into the game should take a sign in. They're not going to kick everybody out. Seriously. You want to make a change? That's what you do. Every fan takes a sign in. Every fan chants. They're not kicking everybody out. Who is taking Pat's money line? I don't think any of us are taking
maybe Vegas Dave.
I guess, yeah, true. So, yeah, you'll probably get that from me later. I got to get that out.
Could you count that as a 1-0? Like, if it wins, it's legit.
True. It is a sports bet. Correct. Mm-hmm. All right, Donnie, let's wrap up the show here. Today, I want to make something very clear to everyone that listens to the show. Tonight, Breaking Bad movie comes out. It comes out at 3 a.m. on Netflix.
Oh, it's a Netflix, not even a release in the movies. Okay.
Correct. It is a Netflix movie. Yeah. I have plans to watch it as soon as it comes out. I will be up till 5 o'clock watching this movie. What I'm going to do, though, and I would respect everyone that does this as well, don't be a fucking shithead that comes and tells everybody what's happening. I know people will do it because that's just how people are. They don't like to
Jesus.
see other people's happy. But that's why I'm doing it, Donnie. I'm literally going to watch it right as it comes out so I don't get spoiled. I want to know what happens. But just to remind everybody, that does come out tonight, which I'm very excited for.
Well, before we get out of here, Jeff, real quick, Complex reports out here on Twitter. 6ix9ine has received a $10 million record deal from prison. So
You're kidding.
Boy. Yeah. 10 mil.
Wait, Complex did that?
Complex just tweeted it out.
Who was the record label?
I don't know.
Donnie, can I talk about this for a second before we leave? Let me tell you something, folks.
It says somebody said it's from Snitch Row Records, Jeff, by the way.
So it's not true. It's fake.
No, it's true, but they're just making it up. Rat-a-Lot Records, yeah.
Let me tell you something, folks, about the current state of where we are in this world, particularly in this country. We are living in a different world, and I advise all of you, stick to your principles. Don't listen to any of this crap. This country loves rats. They love confidential informants that give up their opponents so they don't have to go to prison.
Whistleblowers.
Yes, we love people. Love these people. Sammy Gravano is a national hero to most people now. People actually take their kids to a place they hang out with a rat. It's called Chuck E. Cheese. That's what we do with our kids. What do we expect them to be any different? Be a real man and teach your kids that this is not okay. Tell your kids, if somebody hits you, you can hit them back. Don't teach them to be a sucker. Don't let them listen to this garbage. And I'm going to tell you, there was one song that Tekashi 6ix9ine put out. It was called Gunmo. And I talked about it. I like the track because that's what I like. I like that kind of music. And I had no idea that Tekashi 6ix9ine was a rat in sheep's clothing. Problem is, he is. And if you're sticking up for him, you're a fucking rat just like him. And I don't want anything to do with you. This new age shit, I don't get it. I don't want to be a part of it. And I will never give up on the old school shit, the old school values, and the old school way. Don't let this shit purvey your kids' fucking iPads and phones. Don't let them be like that. And I don't have any kids. And I wish I did so I could teach them how to not be.
Look, Juan White said his uncle, 15 years, no telling. He didn't rat on Tennessee's football program. Nothing. Stayed in there.
Listen, Donnie, I got two friends. I've talked about them before. They're both in jail. They're doing 9 years. They were approached by the feds. Tell us what happened. We'll let you out right now.
Give up somebody else.
Nobody did nothing. Listen, if you play in dirt, Donnie, you're going to get dirty.
Yes.
If you sell drugs, you have the likelihood of you're going to be caught. And if you're selling drugs and making money, you're going to get caught. It's that simple. But if you're a stool pigeon and you actually sit in a fucking proffer session and tell everybody about what happened because you're not a big enough man to go and face your punishment, I don't want to know you. Donnie, what were you taught when you were a kid? Don't tattle on other people.
Yeah, no, don't be tattletale. Don't be a tattletale.
I mean, but these people are celebrated now. Every fucking place I look, I see Michael Francese's fucking picture. He's the guy that knows everything about the mob. We love Goodfellas. Goodfellas is about a fucking stool pigeon named Henry Hill. Drunk scumbag piece of shit. Stop letting this shit purvey our fucking thing. I don't want to hear it anymore. What do you think about Snitch 9, Donnie?
It's not. I don't really know much about his music, but you got the guy that came up and said he was real hard and down with the streets. Isn't he doing exact opposite of what he said he was doing when he began? And
his whole thing is, but they were going to kill me. You have
Wasn't that the life you're in? That's what I mean. Yeah, not the life you're in.
I mean, Sam Gravano used to say that. They were going to come and kill me. You have guns just like they do. Kill them. I don't understand what.
Yep, mob wives. You can get a good dose of that on mob wives.
Oh, my God. It's fucking nauseating. Karen Gravano and these fucking slobs that, are getting TV shows. Michael Franzese is on Vlad TV and all these fucking places. I saw they teased a video the other day on Valuetainment, Donnie, that huge channel.
Yeah.
Sam Gravano, tell all. We got to hear that fucking rat talk about how great he is.
Mm-hmm.
I put John Gotti away because I believed in it.
Mm.
You're a shithead piece of crap. That's what you are. All right, let's move on. Let's get out of here. Let's end the show. What do you got going on the rest of the day, Donnie?
So now I got to get to the gym. Nice little workout. Pick the kid up from the bus stop. Isn't that exciting?
What grade your kid in, Donnie? First?
Second grade. Second
Oh,
grade.
cool. How's she enjoying it?
Good. She likes it. Had picture day yesterday. It's a big deal. You know what I mean? You got to get all done up for pictures. Yep.
Oh, that's great. Picture day. I always hated that day.
Yep. I just throw on like a hoodie and mom be like, "Why did you do that? Why did you get?" Because mom, it's a picture.
Donnie, Spice Adams is on Vlad TV. Oh, that'll be one interview.
Oh, let's go. Yes.
He is so bad.
Nah,
he's so bad. Vlad TV definitely going.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Spice hasn't been signed by a certain national brand of sporting.
Barstool Sports. Yeah, he'd be good there. Probably
he would be
actually. Settle down, Barca fan. I don't want to go. I like doing this. I like just fucking with. Talking with the listeners. They need to bring back the time when snitches disappeared and cops said sorry.
True, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, cops need snitches. They couldn't do cases without them.
No, they wouldn't. But also like the move that the cops do, like, dude, you're not even going to snitch. We're still going to drive you right in front of your boys and drop you off at the corner so they all see you get out of the police car. Yes, yes.
They either say.
And what would you think if you were the boys down the block? Like, even if you don't think he did, what do you have to do, Jeff?
Well, you ever see that movie Snitch, Donnie? Yes. The Rock's in it, where his kid like just does one thing. He gets like weed sent to him.
Yeah.
Cops break his door down and say, "Look, either tell us what happened here, and you're snitching against like a cartel, or you go to jail for 10 years." Like that's how it works. Like it's crazy. Hey, one other thing before we go, Donnie. The Dallas Police Department doesn't actually believe that we actually think that kid. Did you hear about that story?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
The Amber Geyer snitch.
Yeah.
Which we can't actually believe that he was a drug. Like nobody found that out during cross-examination that this guy was a drug dealer and that's why he was killed.
Who knows, man? That's such an odd story to begin with.
Wild. All right, we're out of here. You'll enjoy your night. Thanks for checking out the show. We're going to go with the Rays tonight. They win this game.
And the Giants getting blown the hell out.
Correct. That's what we're going with. Correct. And I also do like UL Monroe over. I don't know if it's enough to bet on it, but it's a lean. It's a play I kind of like. Jeff, you get an interview at Food Network or Fox Network. What do you pick?
But Fox is news and you can do sports stuff.
I'm not sure what you mean. Like Fox Sports or Fox
where you're on there like a Republican or something.
Where like I'm on there with like Brett McHenry. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Give me Food Network. All right, have a great night, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be back Friday, 1:00 Eastern. See you later.